Whenever someone mentions that I can get a fairly expensive service for free, I'm a bit skeptical to say the least. And there are a ton of free VPS scams ranking on Google and YouTube. So today I want to investigate and showcase some of these scams, and maybe I'll actually find a good free VPS that I can use myself. If not, at least I'll debunk all of these scam ones so you won't have to go through the same trouble that I did. Armed with only a fake email address, a VPN and my shield of patience, I began my quest to find a free VPS, or at least something close to it, absolutely destroying any scams that crossed my path. Like any sane person, I just tried googling for it, because the search results that are at the top of Google are usually legit, right? Wrong. Very incorrect. I had no idea what I'm getting myself into. There were some ads, yada yada yada, oh hey that's me, in a video I did last year, but the very first legit result seems to be VPSServer.com. I've tried it out. They advertised a VPS trial for 7 days, and I guess 7 days is better than 0 days. I've registered using a throwaway email address, and it basically says I need to do more verification by sending them my ID. Obviously, I won't send my ID, address, or postal code to a random company on the internet that I found looking for a free product. And neither should you, because in the industry, this is known as really dumb. Anyway, after just one failed attempt, I just searched some more. Next up, it's GratisVPS.net. It's like the granddaddy of scam VPSI? Never mind. I've encountered it before and I'm sure I'll encounter it again next year, but first, to understand these scams, I must become the scams. Using some advanced algorithms, mainframe hacking, and a legacy Club Penguin account, I managed to plug my brains directly into GratisVPS and experience the scam firsthand. I didn't have enough rendering power to render my legs, so we'll just simulate them. You can barely tell. Okay, so let's analyze what we're working here. GratisVPS says I can get a free VPS for up to 180 days by paying absolutely nothing. How are they able to do this, I wonder? Lies. Lies and deception, of course. If we would give the GratisVPS homepage a quick scroll, you can see here that they try so hard to look legit, allegedly selling domain names and having these ridiculously expensive web hosting plans. Like, look at this. $30, $60, and $90 web hosting plans. Of course, you can change the billing from monthly to yearly by clicking here, but it does absolutely nothing because, someone forgot to change the programming and they never thought anyone would check. Well, I checked. And if we would give this button a press right here, it actually just takes you to the top of the homepage and does absolutely nothing but waste your time. It's genuinely amazing how little effort they put into this scam, but just for the sake of this video, I'll bite. I'll try their service out and see what happens. Obviously, I'll have to go through some setup steps to set up and configure my VPS server. Obviously, none of these steps actually matter, nothing is going on. And while the server is supposedly configuring, go ahead and like the video. You have some time, it'll only take like half a second. Thanks, man. Oh, and surprise, surprise, the free VPS is actually out of stock. And they're promoting their paid services, which don't even make sense. The personal plan is more expensive than the professional one, and the pricing is all over the place in general. At best, they're reselling cheap $2 plans at a 1000% markup. At worst, they're just stealing your money. Never buy anything from GratisVPS. And I'm actually sick of this website and I feel like I'm getting poisoned by the scams, so I'll go ahead and just leave. In all seriousness, sometimes you'll get this screen as well. It will tell you to click some ads to unlock your free VPS. Obviously, this is another trick to get you to click ads, because whenever you click an ad, they get money. Plain and simple. Avoid GratisVPS at all costs. Let's take this scam down. Next down the search results was CloudSigma, offering a 7-day trial as well, with no credit card required. I immediately jumped at the opportunity, but to my disappointment, they either never offered the free VPS or is just completely broken. I won't go into too much detail, but I just couldn't get it to work, I couldn't register properly, the interface seemed glitchy, and long story short, it just didn't work for me. Determined to find my free VPS, I've kept scrolling through the Google search results and I found providers like VPSWala. which turned out to be a complete scam and they didn't change anything from last year. They operate exactly like GratisVPS and they're showing ads everywhere. They also ask for a lot of personal information and passwords, likely stealing your data. Avoid at all costs, again. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. I've spent multiple hours going as far as the third page of Google. I found AlaVPS, Hostimul, and WoomHost. All three turned out to be scams or discontinued. At this point, I found many more free VPS scams, but I don't even want to show them because it's always pretty much the same deal. I'll just probably put a huge list of everything that didn't work somewhere around here, so if you find a provider and it's on this list, I've tried it, it doesn't work. 1. It's an ad farm and they lure you in to click ads. 2. They advertise free VPS trials, but there are no trials. Or 3. They're just blatantly lying, using the words free VPS everywhere on the website, but there's no such thing and everything is a paid service. Basically, these 3 points cover every single search result that there is on Google search. I've also tried checking Reddit and YouTube, but all I found was promotions for the same scam websites or methods that actually reset the VPS after like 10 minutes or 20 minutes, so it's completely useless. And at this point, I'm gonna be straight. There is no such thing as a free VPS. Every single year I try to get one and every single year I fail. But there are options that are pretty near close to something that you could call a free VPS. Cloudways allows you to register for a 3-day VPS trial with only a phone number and an email address. I was able to quickly verify my account and deploy a VPS. After my verification, I've set up a VPS with a DigitalOcean, and after it was done configuring, I was able to launch my applications like WordPress, PHP scripts, Magento, Laravel, and stuff like that, but keep in mind that it does not support Python. Cloudways is great when you want to get started quickly, because you can set up your server within 10 minutes and you don't even need to attach a credit card, so there's no way they can bill you later. Amazon also allows you to create a micro VPS instance for 12 months. You can sign up for free, but you will need a valid phone number and a credit card with at least $1 in it, because they take it and send it back to check if it's valid. But if you go through the registration, you can create these VPS that have the free tier eligible for 1 year. It's quite a good deal, but be careful because there are no safety nets. If you use more resources than the free tier allows, your credit card will be charged. Finally, if you don't want to mess with trials, I recommend you get a cheap VPS instead. There are plenty of reputable providers, but I personally use the cheap plans from A2 Hosting because you can get started for as low as $5 per month and have everything you need. A2 Hosting also has a hassle-free money-back guarantee, so if you buy for like 6 months but only use your VPS for 2 months, they'll return the money for 4 unused months, so it's quite a cost-effective deal. But I don't want to join the ranks of scammers and I want to be completely honest with you. I'll make a commission if you buy anything through the links in the description. That's how I monetize my channel and can spend hours, days or weeks busting scammers, creating tutorials and doing these videos as a full-time job. So thank you for the support. Okay, so here's the thing about a free VPS. They're just too expensive to give out for free, and the best thing you can get to a free VPS is just a trial. But in my opinion, cheap is always better than free, because when you buy a cheap VPS, you can at least hold the provider accountable if something happens, and you can be sure that they're not mining your data or using you in some sort of other ways. For now, this was my look at what the best scammers in the world can offer when it comes to free VPS. My name's Emit, subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and good luck finding your free VPS.